Alright, welcome to another how-to video. This is Matt from Dolphin Video Productions out here in Phoenix, Arizona. And today we're going to talk about how to make a spinning 3D logo in After Effects. This is a pretty simple how-to. Basically, all you need is a vector version of your logo. Now, when I say vector, this is the bane of my existence. Not everybody knows what a vector logo is. If you have had a real designer design your logo and he ended up giving you an EPS, a PDF, an AI, that means you probably have a vector image of your logo. If you have a JPEG or a PNG, it is not a vector, and that is not going to work with this. I'm going to be coming out with another video soon about vector logos, how to make them, and how to know if what you're working with is a real vector image, since it seems to be something that most of my clients are not very knowledgeable about. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to open After Effects and create a new composition. After you have opened your new composition, I'm going to have a white background in mine. You're going to import your vector logo. Now, I've had the most luck recently with EPS format. I use Flexi, but obviously Illustrator will work great. So you're going to drag your vector logo in here, and you're going to make it the size you want, and drag it to the center of your page. Alright, so first what you're going to do is you're going to right-click your logo after you've centered it, and you're going to click Create Shapes from Vector Layer. Now, if you do not have a vector logo, or if it is not acceptable by After Effects, this is not going to work. This is absolutely necessary for this process to work, so if it doesn't work out, try exporting out of Illustrator or your program of choice for vector images. Try to export it in a different way. It might take a little bit of trial and error. It definitely does for me sometimes. But as I said, we're going to go over that in a different video. So, after you've done that, you should see, if it's successful, you should see it create a second outline image, and it is also going to make your original image invisible by unchecking the little eye icon there. So, after you've successfully done that, and you've seen these little lines around your logo showing that it has been created, that has been changed into a shape, into a bunch of shapes. So next you're going to click this little box here. This is the animation box, and it's going to allow us to do some extra special things with this logo. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go up and click in this corner. Now mine says Ray Traced 3D. Now yours may not currently. Normally I think the standard is the classic 3D, but you're going to want to switch it to Ray Traced 3D if it isn't already. It's necessary for this to work. Now this part you don't have to do, but I'm just going to do this so you can kind of see from two angles what I'm doing here. Now, basically what I'm doing is I'm showing you your logo from above. Right now it's just a 2D shape. It's just a line segment, which is what happens when you look at a 2D image from above. And then I'm also going to use this custom view here to kind of look at it from an angle. This is a good idea if you want to make sure you get a really exact depth to your logo. Now we're going to click on this little drop-down arrow on your outlines, outlined logo, and we're going to click on Geometry Options, and then down to Extrusion Depth. And you're going to make this as large as you want. Now, as you see, as I raise it, you can see from the top, from the second camera view there, from the top angle, you can see that it gets bigger. You can see how far that, up to, raising it up to 200, how much depth you get on that logo. You can make it as thick as you want. Once you've found your correct thickness, I'm going to just go back to my original screen view here. Alright, so now that we've got our 3D logo, we want to make it spin. That's the second part of this video, make a spinning 3D logo. So we're going to go to Transform in that same area in the drop-down menu, and we're going to go to our Y rotation. The Y is what is horizontal spin that we're gonna want for this effect. So you're gonna get your starting point there. You're gonna start it at 0, which is facing forward. You're gonna go to, about 2 seconds. You can always adjust the speed later, and we're gonna click on 360, which is a full spin, 360 degrees, full 3D spin. Now, as you can see, now that we have our logo spinning all the way around, it looks weird. It's not very readable from different angles. Now, the reason for this is because the extrusion depth will continue with the same color as the original image. The color is going to stay the same. So to get that really cool 3D shadow effect, we're going to go up here and we're going to create a light. We're going to add a light to our image. Now, this is something that you're going to have to play around with, depending on the colors in your logo, depending on the the effect that you're trying to create. If you want a lot of soft light, if you want a lot of hard light, this might be something you have to play around with a little bit. So, you're going to go into these light options and just kind of, you can see on the arrows that let you adjust your light, you can see that there is also an X, Y, and Z axis that allows you to move it around from different angles. And also all these other options here that can change the cone, the depth, the brightness, all those different things. One of the big things you might struggle with is the shadows that it creates. You're not going to want those too dark because it doesn't allow you to see anything, obviously. So play around with that a little bit, and what you want to end up with is this really nice, differentiated color on the shadow. And as it spins, it continues, and you can see that you get that really cool 3D effect where you can see the 3D parts of the logo as they extend and as they spin. And then also it allows you to continue to be able to read the logo as much as possible as it spins. Now, you're going to notice that as it spins backwards, as it gets to that 180 degrees, your logo is backwards. Now, you may have seen, that might work for you, but you may have seen other logos as they spin, as it comes around from that 180 degrees, it's always facing frontwards. It's always readable. And we're going to tackle that in our next video. So stay tuned and check out the number 2 part of this video to see how you can make a 3D spinning logo that always faces the correct direction. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to check out more at dolphinvideoproductions.com, where we help you with your animation, filming, and editing needs here in Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.